Hey there, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 3rd through the 9th. Lots of stuff happening this week. We've got Pluto stationing direct, and we've got a full moon coming up in your sign at the end of the week. Wow, and you have a lot of cards that want to show themselves. So let's just see what we have, what's going on for you. Oh, wow. Holy moly. You guys, okay, this full moon is definitely affecting you guys in a very major way. Very major way. You have lots of doubled up cards here. The key to your situation, though, it's the Three of Cups. It's the Three of Cups. It says share the love, but we have it coming in with the crown chakra. So I feel like, it feels so much like Spirit is saying you are not in this alone. Whatever is going on here, you are definitely not in it alone. You have been working through some very difficult times. There we go. That's the card I was hoping to see. All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Overall energy is the card of the Tower, the rebuild. So there is a need to really reach out to and allow in community members that want to help you and support you. There is support. Okay, so Spirit's supporting you, and what often happens after the Tower moment comes in is that Spirit will put opportunities and people in your path that can aid you, and you're being asked to look for them, to keep your eye open and to pay attention to the downloads and the insight that you have coming in. I also want to say that you may be asked to be the person that is sharing out and helping someone else to rebuild. You know, we just had those two major hurricanes. So here in the Northern Hemisphere, in the West here, there could be several people, lots of opportunity for that in a very practical way, but it could also be something that happened in your life, a job, a family situation, a relationship situation. And there's an opportunity here for you to crack open your heart and to share a little. I do think this is a very difficult week that you're going through. So the way through it, you have the Five of Swords energy here. It says win or lose. And so it becomes really important that you're not winning at the expense of others. And there's so many situations that can happen in. That could happen in some personal relationships, and then it can happen in business relationships. Oh my gosh, all these fives. Look, you have the challenging times here, and it comes with the third eye chakra. It's like you knew something was coming. You knew it. You felt it. You knew it. You tried to guard against it, but the challenge still got here anyway. And so there's this energy around observing and seeing. We have the Hanged Man here in the area of anxiety, of waiting to see, knowing it was coming. And really, this feels so much like the hurricane energy. And of course, that can't be everybody. So it feels sort of like in your life, no matter whether it was a natural disaster or something that's going on in another arena of your life. It's like you saw the event happening. You knew it was coming, and it was making you very anxious. And it was the releasing and the letting go. So the challenge to overcome here is the world, the big ending with the Three of Swords energy. So the challenge was to actually let the cycle to complete. And with that full moon coming in your sign, it is about releasing and letting a cycle complete. What's really nice is immediately after that full moon next week, we get the 10-10 gateway as we start to step forward. And the next new moon in 2 weeks is an eclipse. And so there's a real opportunity to really move forward. But first, you have to allow the cycle to complete and try to do it with integrity. I really feel like integrity is super important. And if you can do that, then after the 5 comes the 6, the healing, the energy of healing moving forward. And don't think it makes you feel better, but not this week, but I do think that when you take the high ground, when you try to do what is truly high vibrational as you shift and change through this, that is how you get to the part where you are able to make choices that benefit you in the long term. Here we have the card of the Lovers and moving on. So there's a big choice. There's a releasing and letting something go in order to move forward. And this affects not only you, but others in your life. We have the Judgment card in the heart center. And that is the place for the judgment. What feels right to you in the heart center becomes very vitally important in making this choice. This very difficult choice of what to release and let go in order to move forward from here. The Outgoing card, it says change your focus. Choose to focus on something else. Don't feed the fear. Don't feed the anger. Don't feed the resentment. Feed love. Choose love. Feed love. Allow that to happen. Doing a at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, U.S., I'm doing a premiere video, and in that premiere video, I'm pulling cards for this full moon, particularly for you. So you might want to check that out if you haven't seen it already, or if you're watching this right when this video comes out, it'll be tonight. So I want to take a look at as the moon works its way through the week, because we have this energy of choosing to work towards your dream on Monday. We have a lot of energy around choice and truths coming out and being revealed and making the choices and decisions that work for us this week. And when that moon is in Capricorn, you have focus and then act. And look, she's holding that sword of truth. So it's like she pulls it up out of here and she's focusing on what is true for her and what is best. And we have the Make the Sacrifice card. The willingness to walk away from things that do not work for you, releasing them, letting them go, choosing what works for you in order to allow the healing to come in. And so I think you start off the week knowing pretty much that things are challenging, and it's how you choose to work through that. The moon's going to be in Aquarius on Tuesday and Wednesday, and when that is, the energy for that is a lot about the building blocks and figuring out what's next. You have the card of Sanctuary that came out. Take time out from the world and spend more time alone. Meditate or go on a retreat. Allow yourself to care for yourself, to nurture yourself, to heal. Major choices and decisions made under duress are difficult at best. Sometimes we get it right. I mean, sometimes if you're really listening to your heart, you know immediately what to do. But sometimes it's really hard to choose in that space. And so if you can at least take a couple of days to just kind of create some sacred space for yourself, to allow yourself to get in touch with your intuition, that unicorn there, that lit up horn there. It's really like allowing yourself to pull in the intuition. You're being asked in challenging times to use your third eye, to really listen to your intuition, and to take a pause and breath, and to observe what's going on in order to know what choices and decisions to make. This does not look like an easy week, Aries. Not at all. All right, and that moon is going to be in Pisces on Thursday and Friday. Let's take a look at how to best use this. This has really got energy of really paying attention to your dreams and out-of-the-box thinking to solve problems. And you have here the card of Beauty and the Beast. It is number 23, 2 plus 3. There's yet another 5. This is a deck that I don't know well at all. So I'm actually going to, if you will allow me to learn the deck with you, would be fabulous. So you have here the card of Beauty and the Beast. Do not trust what your eyes see. Trust what your heart feels. Appearances can be deceiving. Maybe at first things will seem dark and unpleasant. Give them a second thought. And don't make up your mind too hastily. Again, it's that taking that step back, excuse me, that breath, allowing yourself to literally let the dust settle a little so you have a clearer vision. This week we have Pluto stationing direct on Saturday, So it's not really moving. Mercury is starting to move forward and picking up speed. It gets out of its storm on Wednesday, which is at the 5th, another 5. And things start getting clearer toward the end of the week. So take that breath. Allow yourself the space to be able to see what the next best step is. Learn to open your heart. There's a great amount of beauty and love involved here, but they may be hidden from your sight at the moment. So close your eyes, trust your heart, and you will discover wonders and treasures. That's the crown chakra here in the heart center. The key to the situation is to really trust your intuition on this. And the heart is open, it's cracked, but it's receiving healing light, which is going to help to make it whole. So, difficult week, no doubt about it. The moon gets into your sign, Aries, on Saturday at 11:57 a.m. Eastern time zone here in the U.S. That's the day that Pluto stations direct. We have the full moon that happens at 16 degrees and 33 minutes. That 33 minutes is basically for everybody. It's very much divinely guided, Christ-lighted energy that's coming in with this. It's happening at 4:55 p.m. Eastern time zone, but that 55 is happening for most of the world. And so that 55 is the energy of change and change. You have all these cards of changes, but it creates that 10, that Wheel of Fortune, the big change that comes for you. You have the card of Shiva, the Destroyer. And you have the card of Poseidon, to be in flow. I'm telling you, this thing is carrying the energy of the hurricane. So whether it was the actual hurricane or a hurricane swept through your life, it was a very emotional event. It was very emotional. It really shook the foundation, if not destroyed the foundation of something of value to you, a relationship, a job, personal property. And there is a real need to let the dust settle. But here's the thing about Shiva. Much like the energy of Kali, what is taken out of your life needed to be removed. And I'm not talking about your homes, but when we hang on tightly to a situation, a job or a relationship that is not good for us, is not healthy for us, and we hang on too tightly, Shiva is like the tough love mom. She comes in and says, okay, well, you can't figure that out, so let me help you with that. And it's not the way we want to go. And you're being asked to be in flow, to allow this process to move through so that you can bring in the healing. There's a lot of healing energy available to you, but there's going to be a need to step back to allow that to come through. I am going to pull a Moonology card. I pulled more cards in the collective reading that is on the premiere. If you have personal questions and you want to bring them to the premiere is very long. It's like 37 minutes, so there's plenty of time for me to answer personal questions that go in the chat. You have so many cards that came out. I'm just kind of looking at them. This one, though, was on top. Release your blocks. Release your blocks and open up to change. Release your blocks, open up to change. And then it says to breathe through the tension. Leave the past behind. So far they're telling you a story. Reveals what needs to be seen. This is a week of revelation with that Pluto-Mercury thing going on. It is a week where lots of truths come forward. They aren't necessarily the truths we wanted to see, but the truth is the truth, and we have to deal with it, sort of. So, reveals what has to be seen, and then clear your mind. Clear your mind. That means to take that space for yourself, not feed the negative energy, just clear that out to allow the healing to come in. Really very difficult energy for you this week, Aries. I'm really sorry about that. I'm sending you so much love and healing light. Change your focus. Focus on what is good and start moving toward that direction is the best advice that I can give you looking at these cards. It's a difficult energy. I don't like to do readings like this at all. All right, you guys take excellent care of yourself. Nurture yourself, care for yourself, have love and compassion and kindness towards yourself. Do what you need to do to create safe, sacred space for you to operate from. Allow the dust of the situation to settle a little so that you are making choices and decisions in energy that is a little calmer. And then it's more likely that you can hear your higher self speaking to you and giving you guidance. Follow the guidance that you receive. And it's not a win at all cost thing, okay? There's a way forward that's not about winning at all cost. All right, Aries, you guys take really good care. I'll talk to you next week.